of the men's novice 4, which will be coming off the start. And in lane 1, we have Rhode Island. Lane 2, we'll have Pittsburgh. Lane 3, we'll have Michigan State. Lane 4, we'll have Minnesota. Lane 5, Lafayette. And lane 6, Ohio State. So this is a medals race. And folks will be going out hard. It looks right now Michigan State up. .35. There are always some big guys on the East Lansing campus. And they have water not far from campus. One of the sleeping giants, one of the coaches was saying the other day, some programs that could really be fast. Another sleeping giant maybe clearly waking up here is Minnesota, as they've gotten some new coaching in. Scott, their coach, used to coach at Dartmouth. Very good, accomplished coach, enjoying working with the guys and just building things. And this, they have a varsity 8 doing very well at this regatta, novice 4 doing very well in this regatta. They have just, he just started in September. So this is just working with what he has and doing really gorgeously. Right now, Michigan State and Minnesota pretty even, 1 and 2, with Lafayette right down there. We've seen Lafayette have some good small boats here in this regatta, racing for medals a fair amount, so having a successful day. And we have Michigan State at 36, bow to stern, bow ball to bow ball with Minnesota. And Minnesota at 37, gorgeous blade work there. Very efficient rowing, very pushy right at the finish, but building all the way from the catch. And Michigan State also rowing well. Lafayette picking up right in there. Those crews all within a seat of each other. Maybe now we have Minnesota and Michigan State 2 seats up on that, with Ohio State still in contact with Minnesota as well. And then a great race on the other side between Rhode Island and Pittsburgh, also everything in contact. This is what you get in a good solid final. It looks like Lafayette's moving up a little bit. So are they going to be able to push here as the third 500s? They come into they're crossing the 1,000 now. 3 crews still easily able to win the gold, and Ohio State not out of it at all. But a really tight race, stroke for stroke here with Minnesota and Michigan State. Minnesota was a beat higher, still at 37. Michigan State putting a move here on at the 1,000. Trying to take a seat, 36.5, and they're getting it. They're getting a seat or 2 over Minnesota. Now we'll see, was it just 10 strokes that they sort of popped into, and now they're going to settle back down, and Minnesota is going to push right back into them? And actually, that looks to me like that's exactly what happens. If you call a power 10, the problem is stroke 11. So if you go faster than you can maintain, then what happens? So that seemed to be a 10 out of Michigan State, and now they're just being eaten up by Minnesota coming back in, who just stayed at their pace. Minnesota's taking it right back. So they spent all that energy. You can see the rowing falling apart just a little bit, not badly in Michigan State, but they're paying for that 10 that they took. Minnesota coming through back up in front. Lafayette, again, still playing in this, but they're going to have to do something to get up on terms. And now Michigan State has regrouped itself, and we're back into this stroke for stroke race between Minnesota and Michigan State. But those little sort of flutters don't really work once you're up in these 4s and 8s. You can drastically affect the boat speed for a little bit, but unless it's a permanent lift, you can't maintain it. And then you spend a lot of energy and people come right back through you. This is gorgeous rowing by Minnesota. It'd be quite an impressive feat for a new coach to come in and take an ACRA gold in his first year. And that Minnesota boat is just starting to fly. And you can see it in their rowing that they feel comfortable. Oh, look at this. We have Ohio State coming back into Lafayette. And right now that's for third. Lafayette answering. But it looks like the Ohio State blades are doing better work through the water. So we'll see. Michigan State still holding on there, but Minnesota is going to beat their Big Ten brother. Ohio State trying to get up. If they can get up there, then it's Big Ten, bronze, silver, and gold. We'll see if those big schools can do that, or if Lafayette's going to be able to hold up and break up the Big Ten medal sweep here in the men's novice 4. It's going to be a great race to the finish there. Rhode Island still hanging in there on the outside. Pittsburgh having been dropped at this point. But we definitely have Minnesota coming through. Oh, great race here in 6 and 5. It looks like Ohio State just barely going in front of Lafayette. They've got a seat now. Now they've got 2. Very nice sprint going. Minnesota going to come in first by a length over Michigan State. And you have Ohio State closing to get third. URI slipping past Lafayette out in lane 1, Lafayette 5th. Pittsburgh 6th, 5th. So Big Ten honors across the medals here: Minnesota, Michigan State, Ohio State, 1, 2, and 3. Rhode Island coming 4th, Lafayette coming 5th. And Pittsburgh in 6th. So congratulations to Minnesota Golden Gophers and golden medals. So now